Malice grinned. "You won't beat me this time." Grandad grinned back and flicked his wrist again to let loose a shower of icy water down Ma's collar. Ma screeched. "Ma wants you to pack it in," said Malice apologetically. She knew Grandad was just having a bit of fun. "I'm not deaf," said Grandad. "I'm ignoring her on purpose." "All the same," said Malice, "it's probably best to give it a rest." Grandad sighed. "All right, Duck." Duck or Ducky was Grandad's pet name for Malice. "But only 'cause it's you what's asking. This house used to be fun," he added sulkily, and disappeared up through the ceiling. "I'll see you later for poker," floated Grandad's disembodied voice. Ghosts have the power to make themselves seen or unseen. Grandad had chosen to remain unseen by Ma and Pa ever since they'd fed Malice's history project to Antipathy Rose, who had enjoyed it immensely. Grandad felt sure Malice would have got an A for it, had her parents not been so spiteful. Malice loved her Grandad. He understood her. She only wished she had more time to spend with him, so that he wasn't on his own so much. Grandad had been a ghost since before Malice was born. He could have gone to live in Underland, but he'd had the feeling that young Malice would need an ally growing up in the malignant house. And he'd been right. Apart from being alive, Malice had absolutely nothing in common with the rest of her family. Ma dabbed her neck with a tea towel and picked another stolen ring from the swag bag. It was gold with a big creamy pearl in the middle. Ma rubbed the pearl against her yellow teeth and cackled. "Real," she announced with glee. "That'll fetch a pretty penny when we flog it." Malice turned to leave the kitchen, but Ma called her back. "Malice, you're on mischief duty today," she said. "But Ma, I've got homework to do," Malice complained. "Homework?" shrieked Ma. "Homework? Don't let Pa hear you talking like that. We've been over this. Nothing nice never came to no one what did homework." Antipathy Rose began to scream in her high chair. Ma went on. "You need to pull your weight, young lady. There's mischief to be made, and I've got 4 new ghosts in the oubliette waiting to be processed. We can't do it all. Pa is exhausted, and I'm just about at the end of my rag." The oubliette was a windowless, doorless dungeon where Ma and Pa held their newly recruited haunting ghosts before releasing them on to the unsuspecting public. Malice's sister continued to scream. Her high chair began to levitate and spin. "Antipathy Rose Malign, I swear that racket is melting my brain box," yelled Ma, holding her head. Antipathy Rose's round face was screwed up around a dummy she had clamped between her sharp little teeth. She clutched a doll between her angry fists. Her curly black hair was sweaty from her tantrum. Antipathy Rose had the kind of face that made adults go all gooey and start talking in silly, high-pitched voices. Her chubby cheeks were rosebud pink and peachy soft. Her eyes were round as marbles, framed with long black lashes, and her lips were a perfect heart shape. It wasn't until the gooey adults stuck their big cooing faces up close to hers that Antipathy Rose smiled to reveal 2 rows of pointed teeth, sharp enough to make a shark jealous, and snapped at their sticky-out noses. Malice walked over to the howling child. She yanked the dummy out of Antipathy Rose's mouth and threw it out of the kitchen window. Then she wrenched the doll from her sister's chubby hands, ripped off its head and one of its legs, and dropped its dismembered body onto the high-chair table. Antipathy Rose stopped screaming instantly. The high chair bumped back down to earth.